We're doing this collaboration called The Kitchen Table, along with gunghomedia.co.uk and positivetv.tv. The next kitchen table will be taking place at Sunrise Festival, which is taking place from June the 3rd to June the 6th. Get your tickets now, because not only do you get the opportunity to experience the amazing Sunrise Festival, which is extremely unique, also you get to experience the kitchen table, not through the screen, but to sit at it and be able to talk to the world. And the actual kitchen table event will be on the Sunday between 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the evening. It's BST, British Standard Time. If you can't make it to Sunrise, then you can tune in to the website and watch it on the web. And the web address is thekitchentable.tv, www.thekitchentable.tv. And you will be able to participate in the kitchen table discussions through Twitter and through the online chat room that will be on the page when you get there. We'd appreciate it if you could retweet the tweets, get the word out, and even beforehand. We're shooting for 1 million viewers this time around. Last time we had 4,000 on our first event, which I thought was great, considering we only had 3 weeks to put it together. But next time we'd like to have 1 million viewers, so if you can make sure that all the other networks are aware that this event is happening on Sunday, June the 6th. I hope that you will make it to Sunrise, because it's going to be an amazing festival. There's all kinds of beautiful music and wonderful workshops and speakers, and a real family event, and lots of children, and gorgeous. If you go to the website www.sunrisecelebration.com, you'll see there are videos there where you can see some of the beauty of Sunrise. But like I said, if you can't make it, tune in on the Sunday and join us on the internet. The kitchen table is creating a space for people to interact about different issues in a quite normal setting. The kitchen table. We all have a kitchen table, right? We grew up with a kitchen table, and all of our family discussions take place around the table. You know, who's going to wash the dishes, where we're going on holiday, bloody government, whatever. We talk about things around the table. So what we're doing is taking that concept and putting it in a theatre setting. So the kitchen table itself is like a theatre that is blended with the audience. That any member of the audience can take part in the kitchen table, can join the kitchen table. And at the same time, we're also merging it with the internet, with the World Wide Web, and we're broadcasting live over the internet for 7 hours, and through Twitter and various other social media tools, people are able to engage with the kitchen table. The format of the kitchen table is that we invite people to make suggestions about what subjects we're going to talk about, and put those suggestions on a piece of paper in a box, the magic box we call it. And every 30 minutes we pull out a subject to be discussed. Each person who discusses around the table can talk for 1 minute at a time, and after that minute then they surrender to allow someone else. They can talk again, but each person can only talk for 1 minute at a time, so we can keep the pace of it, we can keep it moving forward. I've been playing around with this kind of concept for a long time, because what I believe is that our culture is a result of the conversation that we have, both within and with each other, and then collectively, and out of it all comes the culture, and it's just one entity, one glob, really. And that when we engage in that conversation in a powerful way, we can actually make a difference, like the domino effect, or the ripples in a pond. We're trusting that the universal DNA will guide the conversation if we can just free it up, you know, that it can actually process itself. I think it's great. It's a great kitchen table revolution, you know. Back to basic. You know, there's always the issues that come up in our culture of ownership and territory, and who thought of it, and whose gig is it. And, you know,
it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, it doesn't matter to me, but I'm for the revolution. I'm not for ownership of the brand. There's going to be a lot of people there. The festival has up to 10,000 people. There's going to be a lot of people at the festival who are established speakers on different subjects. And you know, they live that, and I expect them to be around the kitchen table, like Charlie from the Love Police, who works on the streets with a megaphone and takes security to their limits of tolerance, and then just melts away after after showing them who they are. Well, we've got lots of ideas. We've talked about going to Findhorn. We've talked about going to the kitchen department of IKEA. Wherever there's people, there's a conversation to be had, right?
Of course.
We'll do it at McDonald's, we'll do it at Safeways. I'll do it anywhere. Anywhere. The Hay Book Fair, I think, would be a brilliant place to do it. Just get people talking. I mean, that's the important thing, you know. Yes, it's great to have a great TV station, and it's great to have a successful media company, and it's great to have a gig and to be a personality and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, what is going to change this world is ordinary people talking to each other, processing ideas, opening up and allowing the natural energy of life, what I call the universal DNA, to express itself. You know, just get the blocks out of the way. You know, I don't think it really matters who says what, who's right and who's wrong, who disagrees, who's got the most magnificent intellectual interpretation of the universe, or the greatest political system that's ever been known to mankind. It doesn't mean anything. It's that we don't talk as a culture. We're always in avoidance. You know, we've got television on, and we're all watching the television, not talking to each other. Maybe, shut up, I'm watching. You know what I mean? It's like, or maybe in the ads, you know, run up and get something from the kitchen, or go to the toilet, and it's back to television again. Or it's the internet, and I'm as guilty of that as anybody. You know, or it's music, you know, and we go to social gatherings, and there's always music, and I love music. But at the same time, it's just another place to hide from each other. It's like when we sit down and look each other in the eye, when we talk, that's bringing it home. That's when it starts to get real. You know, there's no hiding when you're looking at somebody in the eyes and you're talking to them and you're listening to them. You know, it can multiply. It can, you know, what's the word? Viral. yeah, and some will get televised and some won't. Some will get webcast, some won't. People can send in, they can tape their own kitchen tables in their house and just send them in, and we'll put them up on the internet. We're all in this together.
Of course.
You know, we're building a new world, you know, we're not getting any younger. And so it's time for us to bear fruit, right? You know, we've come a long way. I know you've come a long way through a lot of different things, and I've come a long way through a lot of different things. And it's only really at this point in my life where I think I'm even capable of bearing fruit, you know, because I've had to clean up my act. Yeah, we're all rivets on the stage of the new world that's growing.
Absolutely.
For the children. That's what it's always about, for every creature. We're no different. We think we're kind of these electronic Teflon-coated creatures, you know, but we're not. We're just animals. What's important to us is what's important to every creature: survival and propagation.
Inspirational in splendor, integrity is a law unto me, and my genius softly spoken. I am that I am. I am that I am. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. My